So when you're not feeling supported by a coach, teammate, parent, or somebody in your life, ask yourself, am I mind reading? Am I assuming I know what they're thinking and feeling and that it's negative? Or is that not actually true? Am I just making this up? And guess what? If you're making it up, you have full permission to just stop. It's not real. If it's not real, you get to just ignore it, right? We don't have to worry about things that don't exist. Welcome to the Mind Over Mental Block podcast. I'm your mental performance coach, Mandy Patterson. I know the weight of mental blocks because I battled them myself as a competitive athlete. From back handsprings I thought I'd never get, to fools I needed to stay on scholarship, I know how frustrating it is to feel stuck. And as a mom of 3 and former coach, I also know how heartbreaking it is to watch it happen. This podcast is for cheerleaders and gymnasts ready to stop overthinking, face their fears, and believe in themselves again. For parents who want a trusted voice to guide their child so they can simply cheer them on. And for coaches who strive to leave an impact that goes far beyond the mat. Whether you're listening to or from practice or a big meet, or on your own in those moments when you're just not quite sure what to say or do, this podcast is for you. It's the pep talk you want, the tough love you need, and the encouragement you've been waiting for. So hit subscribe and let's go. Welcome to the podcast. I am your host and mental performance coach for the day, Mandy Patterson. And today we're talking all about those moments when you just do not feel supported by your coaches, your parents, your teammates, those people in your life that are there to encourage you, that you look up to. You want them to support you. You want to feel good about what you're doing, but also you really want them to feel good about it too. So all of those amazing people in your life, and maybe some people that you don't always feel like have your best interests at heart, but when they say or think things, or you feel pressure from other people around you. So we're going to talk about exactly what to do in those moments when you just don't feel as supported as you want to. So this is a drive time pep talk. These are short, actionable, to the point conversations that you can listen to on the way to practice or the way home from practice to really help set you up for an awesome day, to shift your thinking and give you some practical advice and tips to help strengthen your mental game skills while you're practicing in the gym. So today's conversation, again, it is all about how you can get more support or what you can do in those moments when you're just not feeling as supported as you'd like from a coach, teammate, or parent. So first, let's just kind of set the container. So here's the situations that happen in the gym where this may apply. You're working on a skill that you've been working on for a while, or maybe it's a skill that you have a mental block that you're working through and you don't go for it, or you're taking your time, you're trying to go for it, but it's not happening. And then the coach just tells you to go over there. Just go, they say, right? Or your coach tells you that I'm not spotting you today. So you can just go over there in the mat and you can just work on your tucks today. Like you can just do it by yourself. I'm not going to spot you. Or a teammate walks over when you're about to go for a skill and you're working yourself up and they're like, hey, you got this, you can do it. And you think like, well, I thought I could. And then you came over and now I know you're watching me. And, there's so many different situations in the gym when it comes to other people saying things, doing things around you, where you notice that your attention is shifted from what you're doing, what you're trying to do, to what that other person is thinking or feeling. There is a reason why this happens. Okay. As humans, self-esteem and our need for social approval, our approval from others, the way we seek attention from others, they are direct opposites of each other. So when we feel really, really, really good about ourselves, your self-esteem is how you feel about who you are, just in general. Your self-esteem, when it is really high, when you feel really good about what you're doing, you don't care as much about what everybody else thinks. You just don't. Hey, you're not going to worry about your coach's lunch or Susie over there doing whatever she wants to do on bars. You're on floor and you're so excited about your tumbling today. You're not even worried about her. So when you feel really good about what you're doing, you don't care as much about what other people are saying and thinking. The opposite of that is also true. So when you are struggling in a skill, when you have a mental block, or when you're working on a skill for what feels like too long, you feel like you're taking too long to master the skill, that is when you start really paying attention to what everybody else is thinking. Well, how does my coach feel about what I'm doing today? Is my coach excited for me? Do my teammates really believe in me? Or are they just trying to say that? Are they talking bad about me? There's a lot more attention that is focused on what everybody else is doing around you. And so that's why that happens. In general, you have a lens that you see your situations through. So you have a lens. When you feel a certain way about what you're doing, you are going to put that off. And that is what you are seeing, what everybody else is doing and thinking and saying about you. You're seeing them through that lens. So when you feel great about what you're doing, you're going to just assume everybody else feels great. You're not worried about what they're thinking or feeling. But when you're struggling, you're really going to notice what everybody else is thinking and feeling. We do this thing called mind reading. That is something I teach my athletes in my private coaching program, the Mind Over Mental Block program. And the idea of mind reading is that we make a lot of assumptions about what other people say. So when your coach tells you to just go over there, that they're not spotting you, really, they could just mean that they don't have time. They only have 30 minutes to tumble and they've got 20 athletes. And so they really truly just don't have the time to help work with you for the next 10 minutes. There's nothing wrong with how long you need, right? That has nothing to do with you. It's the coach's time frame. Okay, so that's separate from you. But what you heard is I don't think you're going to do it today, or I don't believe in you. I don't support you. So just go away from me. That's how you feel. That's how you interpret it, right? So we make assumptions about people. Have you ever had anybody whisper around you? Or you ever felt like someone was mad at you because they looked mad? And I say looked in air quotes. They look mad. That is you mind reading. That is you assuming what they think or feel about what you're doing. What's the truth though? You have no idea. You have no idea what they're thinking about. You have no idea how they're truly feeling. It truly, if someone's mean to you, it could be that they lost their bike. Someone stole their bike earlier, or their favorite cheer shoes, they couldn't find them this morning and they were running around, they were late to school, then they didn't have time to get their test done, so they got a bad grade. Like they had a bad day and that is the reason they were mean to you. They said something that hurt your feelings. It has nothing to do with you. So my point with that is we don't know other people's situations, and so often we assume other people are thinking and feeling things that they're not actually thinking and feeling. And we do that because of our view on what we're doing. When we don't feel like we're where we need to be, which is what a lot of athletes working through mental blocks in their skills and struggles in their skills, a lot of times they're assuming bad things that people think and feel negatively towards them. They don't feel as supported as they could. So that's one thing that I'm going to challenge you to consider. So when you feel like a coach isn't supporting you or a parent, I want you to really pay attention to what they actually said and did. Okay. Did they actually say they didn't believe in you? Did they actually tell you, I don't really think you're going to get this? I don't want you on my team. Like, did they actually say that? Probably not. We mind read a lot. So it's powerful just to ask yourself, just to check yourself a little bit. Have you ever played the game telephone? I'm sure you have in some way, shape, or form. But that's a game where you whisper in somebody's ear and then they whisper in the next person and the next person, and it goes all the way around the room. And the thing that is at the end, like whatever is being said, is totally different from what the starting phrase was. It's because it gets interpreted every time it passes to a different person. It gets interpreted a different way. They hear something different than what was said. When we have conversations, there are two actions happening. You're talking, or the coach is talking, and you're hearing, you're listening. Two actions. Sometimes when the coach is saying something and they mean one thing, that is not what you hear. Sometimes you hear something completely opposite. We interpret things differently based on where we're at today and our past experiences. So that is something that I want you to keep yourself in check. I want you to be mindful of. So ask yourself, am I mind reading? So when you're not feeling supported by a coach, teammate, parent, or somebody in your life, ask yourself, am I mind reading? Am I assuming I know what they're thinking and feeling and that it's negative? Or is that not actually true? Am I just making this up? And guess what? If you're making it up, you have full permission to just stop. It's not real. If it's not real, you get to just ignore it, right? We don't have to worry about things that don't exist. All right. So now that you've checked yourself for mind reading, the next step I want you to think about, let's say there are situations where your coach is trying to encourage you and they are saying things in a well intentioned way, but it hurts your feelings. So maybe your parent tells you that if you don't start throwing it, you're not going to make the team. And they are trying to be loving, they're trying to encourage you, but that stings and it hurts. And they did say it. They said what you were afraid that they meant, and they meant it, right? That's how they feel. We could have a lot of conversations about all the reasons why that's not helpful or true, but that's a conversation for another day. I actually did just do a podcast episode on tryouts and how to think through tryouts in a more helpful way. So if you're feeling tryout pressure, go check out that episode. But when you have situations where they did say the thing, like you're not mind reading, you know it's true. What they said and how you feel, that worry you have that you're not supported, like you feel that no, they actually don't support me. They actually don't believe in me. They don't understand. They think I'm trying to be lazy. They're trying, like, whatever the case may be, and it hurts. So what do you do in those scenarios? Well, Is it going to be helpful for you to keep thinking that they don't support you? That's a question for you. Is it helpful for you to continue to think about and worry about your coach being disappointed or worry that your teammates don't support you? Is that helping you? No, it's not. It's not helping you. And I'm going to go back and I'm going to challenge you and consider that maybe you are mind reading. So in those situations where you've asked yourself if you're mind reading, you're like, no, I'm not making it up. Like I really do feel like they don't support me. So here's what you can do about it. It is not going to be helpful for you to continue to think about that. It is not going to be helpful for you to try to work on overcoming a mental block or get a new skill or to polish a routine and get ready to compete when you're already nervous, you already feel pressure, and having to worry about how everybody else is feeling and how you don't feel supported in the gym. That is the opposite of helpful. So here's a little tip and a little activity and action you can take today when that happens, in those moments when you don't feel supported by someone else, someone in your circle. Here's what I want you to do to help make that something that you can move forward. I want you to take what they said and I want you to turn it into something that is helpful for you. So when your parent says you have to get this skill or you're not going to make the team, you get to hear, baby, I love you no matter what. And I'm just here to support you in any way I can. Yes, that is not what they said. You're not sure what they meant, but that is going to be way more helpful than thinking that, oh, my mom just wants me to quit. Right? Because no matter what, if you have this idea that the people in my life who are supposed to be in my circle and support me the most, if you feel pressure from them and you don't feel supported, no matter how hard you want your skill back and no matter how hard you're willing to work, your motivation level, it's going to be capped. You don't have your full motivation level. So the results you see in the gym aren't going to be what you want. You're always going to feel that pressure. It's going to feel hard and you're going to have to grind to reach the level of success that you want. And so it's not going to be helpful for you. So I'm going to challenge you to turn it into something that is going to be helpful. So when your coach tells you, I'm not spotting you today, you can think about, oh my goodness, I'm so excited that I have some time over here by myself to really get my thoughts together and make some serious progress on my standing tuck today. If your teammate says, are you going to throw it for tryouts? Like, are you going to throw your tumbling? Are you going to be in your routine? Do you think the coach will take you out? Whatever that thought is, it's like, oh my gosh, thank you so much for caring about me. I am so excited and so proud that I get to be on a team of such caring people. So basically, all you're doing is you are acknowledging, okay, they said something. I took it as a way that's not helpful, right? My initial reaction to that was, oh, that wasn't very positive. I don't feel supported. You are taking that, but you're acknowledging, you're noticing, maybe that's not exactly what they said. Maybe that's not what they meant. Or I'm going to make this work for me. I'm going to build myself up with that comment or that action that they just did. I am so thankful that my coach believes in me so much. I am so glad that my parents love me no matter what. I cannot believe I get to cheer on this team or I get to compete in gymnastics on this team of people and athletes who strive for excellence and who just want to encourage me. Because at the end of the day, that's true. A coach in the gym, they are there for you. They are there to support you, even if they're not exactly sure how. But hopefully, this is helpful today. So, when you do not feel supported from a coach, a teammate, a parent, someone in your circle, the first thing I want you to do is ask yourself, did they actually say what I thought they said? Did they actually tell me that they don't support me and they don't believe in me? If the answer is no, then you're just imagining it. You're mind reading. You're assuming that they're thinking and feeling a certain way. Recognize that what they say and think and do that you're not exactly sure, because when they say things you're hearing it through your lens, and if you don't feel like you're where you need to be, you're going to assume others feel the same way. So sometimes you're going to misinterpret their intentions and what they say and do. That's not helpful for you. So knowing that, that gives you power because you get to change the lens. They say the thing and you hear what you need to be able to refocus on what is most helpful for you, because when you're thinking about things that are helpful for you and you're going to be focused on things that help you do your best, that is what's good for everybody else. That's going to be what's good for your coach, your teammates, your parents, yourself. And in that situation, everybody wins. I hope this was helpful today. I am here for you. I want to encourage you. Please let me know in the comments any questions you have about today's topic, or give me a topic of what you want to learn next. But until next time, you're amazing. You're stronger than you think. And I hope you have an awesome day. Your time is precious, so thanks for spending some of it with me today. I'm excited to hear what mindset shifts, tips, or encouragement stood out most. Be sure to leave a comment and let me know. If you love this episode, hit subscribe so you never miss another. If you're ready for more support, check out our brand new mental block hub for cheerleaders and gymnasts, where you're going to find some resources, ways that you can work with us, and an invitation to sign up for a no-cost intro coaching session with an expert mental performance coach on my team. There's also a link to join my MVP list, so you're always first to know about new content, resources, and special offers. I'd love to stay connected. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Mandy Patterson Coaching for more inspiration and encouragement throughout the week. Remember, you're amazing, infinitely capable, and stronger than you think. I believe in you, and I'll see you next time.